Friends, today I want to speak about the the emotion of pain. Pain is an emotion, but it is felt more in the body. Pain is an important factor. The brain initiates or creates pain because it is a survival mechanism. If you don't have the idea of pain, you would have done anything and the body could not have survived. So pain is an important ingredient to live so that you don't get into danger. You don't endanger yourself doing some dangerous acts or endeavors. So pain is such a thing which makes you to be always careful not to do painful things. So you will not fall, you will not touch the fire, or you will not pierce yourself with sharp things. These are all the things which make you to feel. And many diseases which gives you pain, the muscle pain, the knee pain, the pain in the bones, the neck pain, back pain. All these things are making you to be cautious, to make you to remember, to know about what is something wrong is happening inside the body. So it was so necessity. It was a necessity even now and in previous times when we were living in medieval times, when we were in the forest. At that time, it was really pain is a very important thing to survive. And now we are not living in such an endangered time now. Now there are doctors, there are medicines, you have got clothes, you have got shelter, everything you have got. Almost you can live for so many years painless life you can lead. But the mind, the brain, this mechanism of the brain, the chemical secretions, it is said that psychiatrists, many psychologists says that in brain there are many parts, the frontal brain, the side brain and backside brain, and which are connected to something. When you are go to depression, some part of the brain will work. When you are happy, when the dopamine secretion will happen and it is in the front lobe or something, there are lobes, there are some distinct centers in the brain. So there is a center, there is a spot, there is something part of the brain which makes you to become aware of the pain. So there is a pain is mostly connected with the body, and the other mental factors or psychological factors like depression, like anger, emotions, feelings, frustrations, the feeling of helplessness, anxiety, fear, all this mostly connected to your other parts of the brain where it is psychological. It comes as emotions. And emotions can enter into the body also. You start feeling the spasms of squeezing. When you get anxiety, when you are fearful, your heart beats, your blood rushes. And when you are anxiety prone, when you are feeling anxiety, your chest contracts, your stomach feels the spasm. So it enters into the body also. But there is one thing which almost becomes pain like. It is not the symptom of pain, but pain. That is the when people, the worldly people, most of them are trying and doing effort, doing endeavors, and every minute they are going after success. Success money wise, success material wise. Everybody want to know themselves as a successful person when they can make that kind of a money, that kind of a house they can build, and that kind of vehicles to move about, and that kind of ornaments and jewels and diamonds, these kind of things. So everybody goes after the success, but it is not possible for everybody to get that kind of a money, that kind of material, that kind of the luxury, that kind of houses, that kind of vehicles. So most of them suffer the failure. They start feeling that they have become a failure. This fear of failure, and actually the feeling of failure, is almost akin to pain, because the same part of the brain which gives the impression, gives the experience of pain, works here. So in the modern time, the success, people go just like the how a horse, blindfolded horse, it goes only straight because it can only see. That kind of a rush people are going towards success. When they go to success, they fail. They again try. They don't go to don't try to see any other thing to live. Everybody want to live in success, and success is of money, success, wealth, power, fame, name. These are the success everybody feels. But finally, even psychiatrist, everybody is coming to know that Indian yoga, the yoga system of India is, and this Indian spirituality is giving the real medicine through meditation to this failure, the fear of failure, and the depression, the frustration that happens to a person, which almost become like a pain in persons, in the people's mind, body, and other things. That is, in Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita, that is the yogic principle. Karmanyavadikaraste. You can try to go for success. Everything you can do, whatever you can do. But Mapaleshu kadachana. But don't, if you are going to get particular kind of result or success, then you will not have that satisfaction, because you never feel sufficient, you never feel satisfied with what you achieve. You compare yourself to people and see that you have not reached that level, and the pain starts. So karmanya vadikaraste mapaleshu kadachana. Here, if you want to do something, you have got a right to do it as if you are contributing something for the welfare of the society, welfare of the family, or to create creativity, to express your creativity. Do in that kind of impression. Otherwise, when you start doing it for a particular result, for the success of amassing something, acquiring something, property wise, material wise, then you are going to get into this pain, unbearable pain of a failure. So, friends, you have to always go on living like you have given this birth, and you are doing this, you have that creative capacity, ability, and you are doing it for the welfare of the society. Otherwise, what happens? You, even the people who has amassed things, and don't think that any person will, ego is not just a name or fame, name, or it is not a name. Ego goes with the burden of all these acquisitions. Whenever a person go anywhere, egoistic person, he will not go with his only his name or fame. He always goes with family, the burden of the family, the burden of his acquisition, the property, vehicles, and his factory, the workers. All this load will be there, and wherever you take him to any place, let him go to any place out of this. So he will carry this burden of the egoic burden to everywhere, and he will never feel happy. So, friends, what I am telling you is, unless you become spiritual, you start knowing everything is transitory, nothing is permanent, so that you can. I am not telling you that you should not live in luxury, you should not live comfortably. You live comfortably, you will have the luxury of your life, but don't think that will give you the happiness. Happiness is inside. Happiness is when you know that everything is transitory, and you have to do it because you have come, you have got the creative capacity, and you are doing it for your happiness and also for the welfare of the others. Then you can be happy and lovely. Friends, if you like my videos, please like them, and if you want to share them, please share them. Thank you. Thank you so much.